Annual observance of Earth Day is coming up tomorrow officially, and Bob Nixon has a story for us. Some people who live like that every day is Earth Day.
In West Vancouver, they're the front line in defense of the city's waterfront. Gray-haired environmentalists. They've come to Lawson Creek, a nice flowing stream to the ocean. Just 2 years ago, it looked like McDonald Creek, 100 meters west, and a death trap for salmon.
They're open to predators.
McDonald Creek empties like a delta on the beach, too shallow for salmon to make their way to the spawning grounds. At Lawson, they've worked with various levels of government to create a channel for salmon.
And there was access here 65 years ago. So, you speak to some of the older residents in West Van, they would tell you, historically, this was a very productive channel.
Fixing the stream where it hits the ocean is one thing, but here is that same stream coming through this concrete canyon here. And look at this. It flows under the city of West Vancouver for half a kilometer.
That's where John Barker and Jim Torrey come in, members of the West Vancouver Streamkeepers. They work to make the concrete culvert look like a stream, installing aluminum baffles.
And from a salmon's perspective, it gives him holding water before he makes the move to the next pool. So it emulates basically riffles and pools in a stream.
And last fall, for the first time in decades, dozens of salmon started to come to Lawson Creek to spawn. But they could not make it past the tunnel.
Jim would block the escape. I would come from above. Part of the time I was captured in the pool. If the salmon has tried to escape, it would end up in Jim's net. We then transferred them to a big Rubbermaid tote, put it in the car, drove it up above to the spawning habitat.
They won't need nets this year. Those baffles will extend right up to the entrance to the tunnel. Lawson Creek is just one of 22 streams in West Vancouver, and Ray's already thinking about working on McDonald Creek.
If we can get this directed, as was done at Lawson Creek, so that we have a little better stream flow for the salmon to come in, now they can come in, and then we'll redo these. We're going to have to cut these down and shape them a little bit so that the salmon can get up there easier.
Because up above the city, those streams start to look like streams again. Perfect salmon spawning grounds. Bob Nixon, CBC News, West Vancouver.
Now, if you asked most people